And inside the locker room, everyone trying to lock in, get mentally ready for another hard-fought NBA battle. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for this NBA presentation. Here with Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson, this is Brian Anderson. Joining us from the sidelines, Allie LaForce. And a look at the stats for Jaylen Brown.
During these last 10 games, he's been a menace on the defensive end. Poking balls loose, jumping passing lanes. He's been all over the place and piling up the steals as a result.
And the starting group for the Celtics. White and Brown are the wingmen. Then there's Peyton Pritchard, and it's Queta in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for the Wizards, they've got Marvin Bagley. C.J. McCollum is out there with Carlton Carrington. Then there's George, and it's Champagnie at the small forward position. When it comes to this time of the season, Grant, what are teams most focused on?
Well, B.A., it's getting the defense in order. That's a priority. An offensive system can take some time to perfect, but a team has to sort out its defensive identity early.
McCollum's shot is off. Pass to Walsh. Up top, Pritchard releases. Oh, he clanks that one off the back iron and it falls.
And that gets us rolling. Whew, what a tremendous atmosphere in here tonight.
And sometimes getting that first bucket puts momentum in your corner, but we'll just have to see.
Good work there as it goes.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Foul beyond the arc, and he almost hit the shot. He'll go to the line for three. And with Jaylen Brown on the wing, he feels like any given night he has the advantage in his matchup.
He's either too fast for the big guys or too strong for the small guys. That's the problem. He is a handful on both ends of the floor also.
And the second free throw is good.
Brown, now an elite scorer in this league, really does it all.
And he makes all three. About a minute played here so far in the first. Elbow shot on the way. Kicks it to George. Outside Carrington. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Bagley. Oh, the big finish by Bagley.
There you go. He's a monster at the rim.
So athletic. Obviously, he plays on the attack. Here's Queta. Back to White. Fires the three. Drains the triple.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
For Washington, they've gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Pass to Champagnie. And here's George for 3. It's rebounded by Jaylen Brown.
And lockdown defense against one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Ooh.
Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by.
Why? Just why? Come on, man. Save that one for practice.
Here's Carrington. Oh, steps back and drains the jumper.
And you got to defend better than that. I mean, that's a good look for him.
See, this is what analytics don't take into account. Some guys thrive in the mid-range. Really depends on the shooter. It's actually kind of lazy.
Now here's Brown. He had 25 points in his last game. Here's Queta. Outside Pritchard. Boston needs to get off a shot here. White. No good.
And usually that's a bucket for him, but look, nobody's perfect in the mid-range.
Pass to George. The 3 is up. Offensive rebound. Back to Carrington. George outside. They set the pick. The 3. Hauled in by Brown. And so it's Brown with it. He brings it up for the Celtics. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Oh, he's flexing on that finish. These kind of buckets get Brown going.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
I better go. Ryan, Keith and I were able to chat. We briefly talked about Jaylen Brown and what kind of defensive mindset you have to have against him. And he said, we have to be willing to work just as hard as he is. We have to fight through every single screen, talk to one another, and contest every shot we can. Sounds like it'll be an all-out effort against Brown here in this one. Back to you, Brian.
Okay, thanks, Allie. 'Allie. 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 ' Champagny, the pass to Bagley, and that one good. Bagley's got 6.
Where's the rim protection? That's just too easy for him.
And so Joe Mazzulla decides to call a timeout. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. The Celtics have gone 4 of 6 in the first quarter. Brown scanning the floor. White on the wing, pulls it from 20, and it falls all over the rim and in. He's got 5.
I know what they say, defense wins championships, but you need some bucket getters too now.
Well, Graham, this is the 3rd season under this front office for the Wizards.
And bringing experience from years working for the Oklahoma City Thunder, their commitment level to building the right way is rock solid.
The game now all tied up.
We know CJ can score it, but the passing component of his game, I mean, McCollum's really upgraded it.
Outside, Brown. From the high post. It's rebounded by Washington. Their last meeting was in Boston, where they were unable to fight off the Celtics.
This time around, they're looking for better execution offensively. They have to avoid mistakes.
If they can clean up the turnovers and make better decisions, it should be a much closer game this time around.
White, the pass to Queta. Kick out to Brown. From the arc. Gets the 3 to fall.
And he has flat out taken over this quarter. Keep feeding the beast.
Now here's McCollum. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Philadelphia. George, no good.
Shocking that he just bricked that one. The defense got real lucky there.
Here's Queta. He's covered by Bagley. And here's Brown for 3. Drops in the 3. Brown's got 13 now.
No, he's been locked all the way in from the floor, and he's the #1 reason why they're winning right now.
The basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line. A chance at a 3-point play.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
A big group substitution here for Boston. Garza's checked in for Queta. Minot comes in for Walsh. Hauser, he's checked in for White. And Anthony Simons subbed in for Pritchard. Now here's Simons. A 23-point game for him in the win against New York. Up and over McCollum. Controls the rebound and the putback.
Huge putback. This guy plays with so much energy.
I don't know anybody that goes after the boards harder. Outside Bagley. The steal. Here's Brown. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way.
And the balance Brown has on these takes, refusing to let the D get the upper hand.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Celtics?
Well, so far, their long-range shooting has been the story, doing damage from deep.
And what's more, they're getting their feet wet down there in the paint early on. Not shying away at all, taking it inside. What a great way to start.
Boucher's checked in for Brown.
Number 50, Chris Boucher.
Here's Bagley. Oh, the big finish by Bagley.
Now, B.A., you know they would love for him to get more of those opportunities.
Well, that would cut into the deficit quickly if he does. Here's Minot. And it's Bagley with the rebound. The Wizards trail by 6. McCollum, the pass to Bagley. Outside Carrington. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Carrington's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
They keep trading punches. Both teams in a groove early.
You have to think at this point the winner will be the one to settle in on defense.
Now here's Hauser. Still without a bucket. Here's Minot. Will not go. Misses off the front iron. And so McCollum will bring it up for Washington. 4-point game. Outside Bagley. McCollum with it. He's been an offensive weapon for them, scoring around 17.5 points a game. Riley, good.
Just a great combo guard. McCollum is capable of being a go-to scorer as well as a terrific distributor.
Now here's Simons, a go-to option for this team. He puts up nearly 17 a game, and the basket is good. 51 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Pass to Riley. Back to McCollum. This one for three. Boston pulls it in.
This is hard to watch. You might want to put the kids to bed. This man still has not hit a shot this quarter.
The shot's good. And now it's a 5-point Celtic lead.
Nice ball movement there. That's how you break down the defense.
Pass to Riley. Lots of room. Hauser grabs the board.
No defender in sight. He tries to take initiative, but ultimately comes away empty-handed.
Oh, I love that possession for them, ending with an assisted bucket.
Here's McCollum. Washington again can't hit. The shot that time not on target. Good scoring in this one as we conclude the first quarter. Celtics out in front, up 7. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in a moment. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And for Boston guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Oh, what I love was that first quarter was all about leaking out and capitalizing in transition.
It leads to some easy buckets, and I think it's given them control of the pace in this one.
They've got Whitmore, and it's Vukcevic in at the 5 spot. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Wizards. Here's Branham. Hits a three-pointer. Branham's got himself on the board with a 3 there.
And that's a defensive lapse. A shooter of his caliber can't be left wide open.
Simons passes to Hauser. And there's a pick. The 3 sinks the tray. And the Celtics lead by 7.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at it.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
And that could be the spark they needed to make a little run as they try to even this thing up.
Here's Riley. And the 3 off target. Celtics lead by 5. Nice ball movement by Boston.
Showing the bounce. Simon says dunk.
And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter. Here's Whitmore. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
And that's just nasty right there, guys. He has a tremendous crossover.
Pass to Williams. That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
And so now a timeout called by Brian Keith. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. All right, on the line, we've got our insider, Shams Charania. What do you have for us, Shams?
Thanks. Well, this new three-point era started with Stephen Curry, and it's really in the last decade that we're seeing the long-distance game extend to the center position. You look at the list of recent champions, it seems it's also not a luxury, but a necessity to have a paint presence who can also stretch the floor from deep.
A nightmare to contain. All right, Shams, appreciate the report.
And far from the best shot, but all that matters is the end result. Somehow he sinks it.
Outside White. Pass to Shireman. Shoots. And Boston again with a bucket.
They've now had assists on each of their last 3 buckets.
Here in quarter 2, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Now George. McCollum drives in. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist.
Not only a perimeter player, McCollum can go inside.
Outside White. Simons against McCollum. To the middle. Cada, pass to Simons. Clock is at 3. Up and over McCollum. Again, the Celtics good for 2 more.
Boy, Simons' jump shot is pure from anywhere on the floor.
Pass to Whitmore from outside the arc. And again, it's Washington with a 3.
They are shooting it well from beyond the arc right now.
Cada, pass to Simons. Hauser outside. To the inside. Here's Cada. Takes the assist and lays it in. Nice setup. Cada's got his first points of the night.
And finding his teammate in stride, he led his guy perfectly.
Whitmore. Oh, big finish. Wow.
Okay, I see you.
And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty. And so Joe Mazzulla decides to call a timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Bagley's checked in for Washington. Boston also changing it up. Walsh comes in for Shireman. And it's Brown in for Derek White. Cada, pass to Simons. They set a pick. And there's the lob. And stolen by Bagley. And it's Washington on the break. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Washington shooting their second and third shots at the line here.
At the line for 2.
No good on that one.
Justin Champagnie.
Good on the second one. Here's Simons. Give him 8 points now. Pass to Hauser. Here's Walsh. Got a piece of it. Simons against McCollum. That misses. Had a chance to tie it.
If he gets that look again, he should take it. You can't let one miss scare you off of a very good shot.
Here's Walsh. And a miss there on the triple. The Wizards have gotten 7 of their first 9 shots to drop during the second. McCollum's got space. George. That's in. Coming off an assist from McCollum. McCollum's got 6 assists now in the game. Here's Simons. Outside, Brown. Hauser outside. There's the triple. Drills it from deep. Hauser's got 6 in the quarter.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
George, good.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
And Brown has got the ball here for Boston. This game coming on the heels of their win versus the Knicks.
It really was the strength of their D helping them to force a lot of mistakes.
Not just forcing mistakes, but converting them into buckets on the other end. Great controlled aggression from their D in that game.
Walsh can't get it to go. Washington has gone 3 of 4 from outside so far in the second quarter. And it's Whitmore missing.
Even though it didn't go down, they'll take that shot every time.
And the jam by Brown.
Was it just me, or was there a little bit extra on that slam by Brown?
The Wizards trail by 3. And so now a timeout called by Brian Keefe. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. And the Wizards making a change here. Carrington's checked in. The Celtics also with a sub. Pritchard's checked in for Hauser. Now Carrington. 14 points for him last game against Philadelphia.
And a big part of that was his aggressiveness, drawing contact, and getting to the line.
For 3, George knocks down the triple. George has got 10 points.
He's had a rough start to this game, and that's being nice. But he's gotten back on track here in the second.
Pulls up at the elbow. And it's Bagley with the rebound. Bagley's got rebound number 7 tonight. For 3, McCollum keeps it alive. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. He's got 9.
And you know, in this quarter, they've really brought up their shooting percentage.
Pritchard against McCollum. Simons outside. The 3 ball. Can't get it to go. His second miss in 6 tries.
And their free throws have dropped off in this quarter. They're settling for too many jump shots right now.
McCollum outside. All sorts of time. And the bucket is good. And it's a 4-point Washington lead.
Yeah, defending the pick and roll. You have to stop the ball, especially when it's C.J. McCollum controlling it.
There's a screen. Pritchard from outside. And it falls. 2 for 3 from the field so far.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
And despite a struggle scoring the ball, they've done enough to build this lead.
Pass to Walsh. Fires from the wing. It's rebounded by Washington. Bagley's got rebound number 8 now. Here's Champagnie. Sinks it from distance. Champagnie's got 6 here in the quarter.
You like how their perimeter game is building out. They're feeling it right now.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. And a fast break now for the Wizards. And George with the jam.
And defenses can forget how good of a passer McCollum is.
Here's Brown. And it's Bagley with a rebound. Bagley's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Ooh, had a nice open look right there. McCollum's got 7.
A quality pass, setting up a quality shot. It's just textbook basketball.
3-pointer Pritchard. And that's not gonna go. The clock runs out and we are headed to halftime. It's Washington up by 9. We'll take a quick break and then get you back to the action.
Welcome to halftime, everybody. It's been a bit of a challenge so far for the Boston Celtics.
They've got to play with more force defensively, if you ask me. You got to make them feel you.
Yeah, touch them up if you have to. Right now, they're putting up no resistance.
And now moving on to a topic that's relevant to both of these teams, the injury report. Let's take a look.
The Celtics feeling it right now. I mean, Tatum is a difference maker for them, obviously, but without him, you lose the versatility, you lose the length. That's a tough break, Shaq.
Yeah, next man up. We say it all the time because injuries are the unfortunate reality.
That was deep.
And that is going to do it for us. Let's get back to some second half action with Brian Anderson and company.
And if you're just joining in, 1 half is in the books, 1 half to go. Jaylen Brown having a dominant impact in this game.
Yeah, tonight he's done a great job of slashing through the lane and finishing.
And you love that mindset he has going at the rim. He hasn't settled for anything, and he's been the aggressor all game long.
Celtics trail by 9. Kicking off the second half, here's Joe Mazzulla's 5. Their backcourt, Pritchard and White. Then it's Jaylen Brown, and it's Keita in at center. Launches a 3. 3-pointer goes up. 3-pointer goes down for White.
No one there to contest, so he just drops it in like he's at the rec league.
Pass to George. Washington moving the ball around. Shot's good by McCollum.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Pritchard, the pass to Brown. Here's Keita. White on the wing. Outside, Brown. 4 on the clock. Fires for 3. White can't hit.
And they're doing strong work on the glass. A +5 advantage for them.
Inside. Here's Bagley. He's locked in. Drains his 5th shot in as many attempts.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
White, the pass to Pritchard. There's a screen. Back to White. Fires the three. Nails it from beyond the arc. White's got 6 here in the quarter.
No, easy money. You have to stay connected to this guy defensively.
Bagley up top. Outside Carrington. There's the three. Rebound Boston. Brown's got 4 rebounds in the game. Pritchard with it. Guarded now by George. Outside White. Three-pointer. And the Celtics another three.
A nice start to the third. 3 out of 4 and looking good doing it.
And now a timeout called by Brian Keefe. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys.
Things just aren't going their way. He clearly wants to talk it over.
Good timeout if you ask me. They have the momentum and coach wants to find a way to try and stop it.
Left side Carrington. Pass to Champagny. George for 3. Buckets. He's now 6 of 10 from the field.
This man has entered the zone. Great shooting performance from him all game long.
Outside Pritchard. Here's Walsh. Launches it. And it's Bagley with a rebound.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
Yeah, and the risk now is that he gets inside his own head. Time to take deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, and let the game come to you.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, PA.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative.
And that's on the defense there. Gotta know the scouting report and understand that he loves his shot.
To the wing, right side. Jacks up a 3. Back to McCollum. Shoots over Brown. McCollum's shot is off.
He hasn't had his best game, but they've gotten enough production elsewhere, so it hasn't really mattered.
And White, the bucket on the assist by Brown. Brown's got 3 assists tonight.
And he has been on fire this quarter in terms of his scoring. Hopefully, that fire spreads to his other guys and they can rally.
Pass to Champagny. Let's go with a 3. Here's George. Good! Now 7 for 11 on the night.
Their strong work ethic has been evident on the glass. Really getting after it and being physical.
And here in the first half of December, a look at the most recent power rankings. Hey, some intriguing stories. You take a look at New York, they're building some momentum right now and aiming for a spot in the top 5.
Seeing where the Celtics are, they're middle of the pack right now. These guys understand what needs to be done to move up. It all comes down to execution.
Now here's Brown. White for 3. Good. And Brown gets the assist. White's got 14 points now in the second half.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Back to McCollum. The 3 is up. Gets the 3 ball to go.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Now here's Brown. He's got 18. The kick out to White. Beyond the arc. Rebounded by Champagny. Champagny's got 4 rebounds now. From downtown, it's rebounded by Walsh. Celtics trail by 7. It's Brown on the wing. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Wizards. Here's a look at what's coming up for Boston. On Friday, they'll be taking on Luka Doncic and the Los Angeles Lakers. And then Sunday, they kick off a road trip in Toronto, where they'll take on the Raptors.
One way you could look at this difficult stretch against some of the best in the league, it's a tremendous chance to prove to the league just how good your team is. It could provide a huge statement.
The Wizards making a switch here. Whitmore's checked in. Here's Brown. Oh, JB rattling the rim.
And so far, Brown has been dialed in and is showing no signs of letting up.
Wizards leading by 5. Pass to Champagny. Back to Whitmore. Takes the 3. Up again. It's good on the putback.
I'll tell you what, they've been aggressive and they've been physical.
Hauser left side. Back to Brown. Here's Hauser. George defending. White for three. He's now 8 for 11 after that made shot.
And even though they're down, it's not on him. He's been lights out on offense for them this quarter especially.
Outside Carrington, pass to Champagnie. 4-3. Boston with a rebound.
The defense just giving him the easy look there. He's not going to miss that.
White finds Brown. Here's Queta. It's rebounded by Washington. Bagley's got rebound number 13 tonight with that one. Pass to Carrington. George for three. Oh, that's his 8th make of the game. He's only missed 4 so far.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor space.
Yeah, you got to know where he is at all times, especially when he's roaming around the perimeter ready to fire.
And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
Yeah, you can give up some size, but that shows you how fearless he is, willing to attack the basket no matter who is in front of him.
Now here's Carrington. And right now, he's currently putting up 6.5 points per game. Now here's Brown. Tight defense on him. Here's Hauser. And a great assist by Brown as that one goes in. Brown's got 5 assists tonight.
That's good vision by JB. Draws the D, kicks it out. He's grown that part of his game.
Here's Bagley. And again, it's Washington.
That guy is perfect from the field, making major contributions to this lead.
And Brown has got the ball here for the Celtics. Trailing by 4. Pass to Pritchard. Here's Queta. He's covered by Bagley. Queta, pass to Hauser. Now here's Pritchard. Right side Brown. Just 5 on the clock. And Brown with the stuff.
You see the confidence building in Brown offensively. First, it was taking over stretches. Now, it's taking over games.
Now George. Back to Carrington. Washington moving the ball around. Champagnie shot is off.
He just looks off this quarter. Looks like he's forcing it a bit right now. A little bit in his head.
Outside Pritchard. On the wing, Hauser for the lead. And again, Boston with the triple.
His three-point mechanics have been flawless. Get him a clean look from deep, and he'll bury him.
Pass to Champagnie. Here's the 3. Queta pulls it in. Queta's got 9 rebounds now.
Okay, so if I were to say this was a disaster of a period for him, it would be an understatement. But hey, sometimes you gotta shoot your way out of the slump, even for him.
The defense is nowhere to be found guarding the three-point shot.
Outside Whitmore. Here's Champagnie to halt the run. Counted from distance. Champagnie's got 15 points.
It's turned into a showdown here. Dueling from distance.
I'll take that, he says. I see your 3, and I'll raise you another 3.
Derek White getting it done for Boston. Training 5 threes in that quarter. 5. This guy's locked in. And don't go far. We'll be right back. Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. The Wizards trail by 3. Cam Whitmore out there with C.J. McCollum. And it's Vukcevic in at the 5, down low. That's the group for Washington right now. Here's Whitmore outside. That's good, and it's McCollum with the assist. McCollum's got 9 assists now tonight. The Celtics shooting really well in this matchup. 62% from the floor. Now here's Pritchard. Here's Garza. The kick out to White. Over Whitmore. That one's true. And that's 9 for 12 for him now.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
And his team needs every bit of his production if they want to pull this one out. It is neck and neck here in the final period.
Vukcevic, good.
They're going at it on offense. Neither team backing down.
Man, this has been a fun one, but look, who doesn't love a high-scoring game?
Now here's Brown. He shoots. And it's Whitmore with the rebound. And the Wizards' shooting has been great this game. 58%. Basket counts. And the Wizards lead by 2.
It's winning time, and that's a winning play.
Riley's gotten 3 of his 5 to go tonight. Brown passes to Pritchard. And here's White. 3-pointer. It goes. He's 10 for 13. So much confidence.
Cool, calm, and collected at a critical juncture in this game.
Pass to Riley. Down low. Here's Vukcevic. And a strong finish with 2 hands. Neither team able to take a hold of this game.
Yeah, it's been a tight one. Numerous lead changes, very competitive.
Hauser passes to White. Brown in the high post. Oh, look at Brown. Bang it inside.
Muscling that one in. JB is a strong individual.
Here's Riley. Uses the glass on the layup. Riley's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, the analytics would say take either that shot or something from downtown.
Pass to Garza. Buries it down low.
Nice ball movement there. Delivered the pass right on time.
If you're just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. And here's Whitmore. Out to McCollum. Lets it go from deep. And Pritchard pulls it down. The Celtics with the lead. A good look from Brown. Wide open, but he couldn't capitalize. Whitmore goes in. That's in. Coming off an assist from McCollum.
Their offense is really humming right now, and it's because of the beautiful ball distribution.
Out left to the wing. Pritchard from outside. That is now his 7th field goal in 10 attempts. Impressive.
And looking to shoot as many threes as possible. This kind of confidence, impressive to see.
And the call will be against Peyton Pritchard. That's his first foul. Bagley's checked in for Gill. Boston also changing it up. Minot's checked in for Jaylen Brown. And Anthony Simons subbed in for Pritchard. Pass to Riley. Washington moving the ball around. Here's Whitmore outside. Ooh, he's found his rhythm. 7 for 10 and counting. This is the very definition of a back-and-forth contest.
Yes, neither side taking its foot off the gas. I'm expecting a spectacular finish.
Now here's Simons. Okay, look out! Wow! And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
I mean, he's just so electric. Simons putting on a show.
An impressive display. How about that look on the AT&T connected cam? Whitmore with it. He's covered by Simons. Here's Whitmore. He's now 8 for 11 after that made shot.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
And it's Simons penetrating. Good on the bucket. Simons has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, so quick on his feet. Simons able to outrun the contact on the drive.
Here's Whitmore. Pass to Riley. Here's Vukcevic. And it's all from three-point range.
And he might have thrown himself off when he saw how much space he had from 3.
Pulls it. Another miss by Simons. The Wizards have gotten 8 of 10 attempts in. Very productive here in the fourth. Here's Bagley. Oh, the big finish by Bagley.
Come on, B.A. He sure can rise.
Grant, that's as good as it gets. One of the best in the league. Pass to White from behind the arc. He drops it from range. White's got 30 points.
He's been dominant all game long. Nobody on the floor can stop him. And look, let's just say he knows it.
Charity stripe shot. McCollum's shot is off. Boston has gone 3 for 3 from downtown in this fourth quarter. Pass to Simons from deep. And he can't get that one. Washington trailing. Outside Whitmore. There's McCollum with the 3. Buries it from 3.
And he's quickly up to 4 made threes in this game. Sheesh, get this man the rock.
And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. He's looking to make some very important adjustments here. Both teams will make substitutions. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Over the break, I listened in on Joe Mazzulla's huddle. Coach delivering an inspiring message to his team saying, quote, "Hey, we can win this game. Believe in yourselves. Battle to the end." Honestly, guys, even I was a bit pumped up after hearing this one.
Allie, thank you.
When this guy starts hitting threes, watch out. He's just pouring it on this half.
Boston's gone 4 of 5 from beyond the arc here in the fourth. Brown. Oh, he misses the dunk. Washington has gone 3 of 6 from downtown so far in the fourth. Here's McCollum. He launches. Oh, it doesn't go.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
White. And he nails it. Oh, boy. Looks like he was injured there.
Oh, man, that's tough. You just never like to see this in sports.
Yeah, you just hope it's nothing serious and that he's able to get back on the court as soon as possible.
Garza's checked in for Boston. Champagny, he's checked in for Washington. And timeout is called by Brian Keefe. He clearly wants to talk it over and make sure everyone is focused. McCollum fires! The 3 is off.
That is not the shot they needed there. You gotta work it around and get a better look.
Pritchard outside. Here's the pass to Brown. Beyond the arc. George is there for the rebound.
Whatever rhythm he had last quarter, it has left his body. He is having a hard time finding buckets.
No good from 3.
And as long as he keeps missing from deep, the D will keep letting him fire away. He's just off from range right now.
Pritchard outside. Puts up the tray. Knocks down the trifecta.
And their strategy is obvious. Manufacture looks from outside the arc.
With the way they're shooting, there's no need to look for any other shot. Just keep letting it rain.
Now here's McCollum. Let's loose for 3. Brown pulls down the board. Oh, Brown. Whoa! Brown with a huge slam.
Well, now it's just a matter of watching the sand fall through the hourglass. This game is wrapped up in a strong showing for the Celtics.
And at first glance, it appeared to be an easy win for them. However, they had to weather some storms along the way, Grant.
Yeah, in terms of competitiveness, it was a lot closer than the final score indicates.
This will mark their 13th win of the year. Not a bad number.
And with just one game left to play between them, they've captured the first 2 meetings of the year.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Derek White.
And he was getting buckets all night long, giving the defense that work. It looked like he was playing against his little brother out there, the way he just went right over him with his height.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Boston on offense, and that's an intentional foul.
Second personal foul. Second team.
He drops the first one, and that increases the lead to 6.
Taking 2 shots.
And he hits both free throws here, and it's a 7-point game.
Making the most of his trip to the line and helping them extend their lead.
Now a timeout called by Washington. 27 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. 3 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. He's off from 3. And Brown has got the ball here for Boston. Yes! Using that window!
Night in, night out, Brown just makes plays.
It's money from deep. And they go to the intentional foul.
Washington foul. Justin Champagny.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
Third team foul. At the line for the Celtics.
And he cannot convert on the second. That misses. And so it's Boston with the W. Just a gutsy performance on the road.
It really was. When this one was up in the air late, they showed how tough-minded they are as a team.
We'll see you.
All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
Thank you very much. Jalen, you had it going. Can you talk about the confidence you had tonight?
I'm just trying to continue to show people what I can do, continue to get better. It's a long journey. It's a process. I still got a long way to go and a lot to learn, so I'm going to just keep going up.
It's all part of the journey. Thanks, Jalen.
All right, thanks, Allie. And that about wraps it up. For Grant Hill, Richard Jefferson, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And now let's take a look at our player of the game, Derek White.